Hello and welcome to a new video. In today's video we're going to take a look at the Shadow Metagross with a buffed Bullet Punch. This Pokemon is going to do now way more damage, which is going to be interesting. Bullet Punch being a Sucker Punch clone. It's going to be very cool for the Open Master League, and especially with the recent meta shift, we want to have Pokemon like Zacian, which, spoiler alert, we're going to battle today as well, the crowned form of Zacian. But yeah, we're going to have some interesting battles here today, for sure. We're going to have an interesting team here as well. We're going to run Rhyperior with a Superpower now. And yeah, we have some battles here against players from X, so thanks so much for sending me those invites as well. They're all from my friend list, so thanks so much for that. They didn't know what I was running, I didn't know what they were running, so it's kind of fair. We have 8 battles here today, so a little bit of a shorter video as well. And test battles, we kind of want to give the new meta a little bit of a try here. And yeah, I want to know from you right now, what cup are you going to play? What cup should I focus on, the Old League version, or should I go for the Master League version? I might go and try to see if I get some cheap teams done for both leagues maybe, because I don't think that either of them is really great currently. I don't like either of the choices really too much for the upcoming week. But I kind of want to give like people at least a little bit of options there to play, grind some starters there as well, and hopefully have some solid time. So I might even take a look at a few more cheaper teams. Anyway, we're going to have here the Dragonite against us in the lead, and we should be able to just fully farm them down and end up with like 2 Aqua Tails swapping out to the Man Metal, and you know what? We have access to the move Superpower, but the opponent has access to the move Flash Cannon here, which is something I didn't really expect, especially as Double Iron Bash got buffed this season. I do think that Double Iron Bash is better this season as well. But yeah, going to be an interesting one there. Melmetal is still on the list of Pokemon I want to take a look at as well. Here we're going to have the Dragonite coming in, farming us down, but we're hopefully going to be able to still get the KO here with an Aqua Tail. And now we still have our Metagross in the back, which is going to be an interesting matchup. Let's see what it's going to be. It's going to be the Rhyperior in the back. Do we still have a chance of winning this battle? We will find out shortly. I'm going to try to get the Final Shield as well, because I'm fairly certain I have to get still to another Media Mesh there in order to knock them out. Even though our fast move is going to be super effective and boosted recently, it's not going to be enough to fully farm them down from full health here before we get knocked out. I'm going to let the first move go through, and it's going to be the Rock Wrecker. And honestly, that's totally fine by me, as I still go near to the Media Mesh, and I'm going to be able to win this battle with the Shadow Metagross. Of course, with a Shadow bonus, this Pokemon is just going to get a bit better, but honestly, I can tell you already, this Pokemon needs a little bit of an upgrade still in order to be great. And in my opinion, if Metagross gets the charge move of Psychic Fangs, this Pokemon would actually become top meta again. I'm not too sure what's going to be too overpowered. I know we took a look at this one before, basically, but I know that Metagross has access to Psychic Fangs in the main CS games, and I'm just going to check on the side here real quick, because I do think that this would be the only real way of making this Pokemon actual meta, because the issue currently for Metagross is that you don't have a cheap charge move, and you kind of would like to use your secondary stab with Psychic as well. And if you have now the buff Bullet Punch, Psychic Fangs, and Media Mesh, you would definitely become not busted at all. That's great, but you're going to become way stronger in the current meta. And so hopefully we're going to see that change for the next season. The next season is going to be a ginormous update for Pokemon Go again, because it's going to be after Worlds, which always have been like the biggest upgrades, and I wonder what's going to happen. I would assume we're going to get some new moves in the game, and all that good stuff. So I'm excited for this one as well. I will do a lot of content, especially for this season coming up, to showcase basically all potential updates as well for the future. But let's take a look here at Metagross, where we can farm down the Urshifu, but they sadly still have the Landorus. We actually never saw the final Pokemon of the opponent here. They completely destroyed me. Good game there, and we can move on to the next opponent. I know they usually are running Spice. Nice to see their name though as well. Let's see here, we're going to have the Magnezone. We get, of course, the perfect Hard Wall here as well. We don't have Breaking Type to really take advantage of the Rhyperior here against the Giratina. And what I can say as well, I don't know if Superpower is actually really that great right now. I do think that Superpower is going to be, though, the ideal way of going as soon as we have the Zacian and Zamazenta available for everyone. I think that's kind of the thing which is going to shift the meta completely, because right now, not everyone has access to those Pokemon. I don't have access to those Pokemon, only the people that went into, like, for the in-person Go Fest. And yeah, I don't think like most of the community haven't been there. So yeah, it's going to be a bit of an interesting thing now after the official global Go Fest is going to be happening, and how things going to be then. But I'm curious there as well on how the meta for the Master going to shift here. We're going to have the Metagross and the Ampharos in the back here. We're going to try our best to fully farm them down. But as we will see here, the opponent is going to be able to still get to another charge move, actually knocking us out with the Ampharos, but that's all part of my plan because I know, of course, that my Palkia is going to be able to win this battle. We kind of hard-walled them there. Sorry for that. We can move on to the next opponent. And that was actually my favorite battle here, the upcoming one now, for this entire video, because what we see here is a hard counter in the lead. We have the Rhyperior against Rhyperior. I overfarmed by a tiny bit, but we actually see P-Tai. They go for the superpower as well. And funnily enough, we have superpower as well here. We would knock them out now because they're debuffed, but they actually use a shield. They expected us to have superpower as well. I think superpower is the way to go, by the way, for this Pokemon. You don't really need Breaking Swipe that much. Or if you say so, you could even go get rid of the Rock Wrecker and just go for a moveset that completely gets walled by Ho-Oh, but like Ho-Oh usually would swap out anyway. Speaking of Ho-Oh, welcome here, and please take a look at Metagross. Like, what the hell is this? We're going to be able to go for a charge move here now. It's going to be the Media Mesh. And thanks to the recent bonus on, of course, the Bullet Punch, we get them insanely low now, just with a fast move, low enough that we can two-shot them with a resisted Media Mesh, which was definitely not the case beforehand, and this allows us now to get a ton of damage onto these Xerneas. And we still have to hope though that our Palkia is going to be able to win this. We still have that shield advantage though, which is going to give us definitely a little bit of an edge here, but they hope for the debuff here, I think, of the Moonblast to knock us like low. And now I'm wondering, is it better for me to go for a Draco Media, even though it's double resisted, or do I go just for the neutral Awkward Tail? I decided to go for the neutral Awkward Tail because I can't see that the Draco Media double resisted is gonna do more damage than like, yeah, 1.5 Awkward Tails or whatever there. But like, we're gonna be able to win this battle here, even though we got completely hardboard. We had a Fairy type in the lead against our Dragon type. We had Rhyperior against Rhyperior, and they like basically realigned there. And they had a Ho-Oh against our Steel type there, the Metagross in the back. I was kind of mad. Next opponent, again, actually kind of cool here as well, is running Lugia, a Pokemon that I want to take a look at as well. But they are running it in a team that was in my top team video. And I realized that quite early here as well. Does it really help me? I'm not too sure because I kind of misplay it a tiny bit there. I was unsure about the pacing of the Groudon, but it's cool to see Groudon here as well. Groudon going to have a little bit more play now as well, as it's going to be one of the best answers to Zamazenta and Zacian. And trust me, if you actually go for the Master League, you're going to see more Zamazenta and Zacian, because that's where all the players from that went to the Go-Fest are going to play this weekend. And so here we're going to see now that they have the Rhyperior in the back, and they're just going to be able to hard wall me there, which is fair and fine. They didn't know what I was running. I did know what they were running as soon as I saw kind of the Groudon swapping in there as well. But yeah, that's kind of cool to see a team here from my top team video. I have no chance here, I think, unless I get actually the shield here. And if I don't get debuffed, I should be fine here. I might be able to just one-shot them with a Draco Media. That would be kind of cool. I'm gonna try my best to go for the full farm on here, then afterwards, Break Inside, please no debuff, and we get the debuff. I am not too sure if the Draco Media would have done enough. Draco Media does more damage than, for example, Spatial Rent would have done by quite a bit. But I don't think it did. I can't see that this was actually the change of the attack drop. I think it would have been very, very close, but I do think they would have won no matter what. So good game to the opponent here. Let's move on to the next opponent. We're going to have a Groudon here. Groudon is going to be an interesting matchup for us as well. We're going to have a great lead, to be fair, here, because we're going to do some solid damage. And what I can do is I can go for an Awkward Tail. They actually still survive, and we can just farm them down afterwards. My backline really doesn't want to face Groudon. And with that, we are going to be in a very okay spot here. We're going to have the Necrozma coming in. We should be kind of fine here, going for the Awkward Tail against the opponent. And we are going to be able to get now the shield. And I kind of want to still keep my Palkia alive here, because what I can do is I can still shield up here and hopefully then realign myself. And I feel like, yeah, Necrozma is okay for my backline. Of course, does super effective damage against my Metagross, but I just kind of want to get rid of it. And I didn't know what they have in the back, but it's going to be that Zacian. 5,618 CP. That is ridiculous. I'm missing out barely here on my superpower, which is really, really annoying for me. But I'm still going to have my Metagross, right? Metagross is going to be able to resist the fast move. Still would take a close combat here. We're going to be able to get some nice energy. But they're going to decide to swap out into the Groudon. I can farm them down. But they got me kind of low. And funnily enough, while nobody hit me with a charge move there, and the Groudon may be on for only a few fast moves, it's actually putting us into the range where they can go for a close combat. And honestly, Zacian and Zamazenta are just way too busted. Like, what the hell did Zacian just do there? It took out the entire team. Even though I have 2 good answers against this Pokemon. I don't know, like, I find that kind of ridiculous. Also, we face a lot of Urshifu, which I didn't really expect the Water-type version here against us. The Water-type version is actually the better one. I talked already about it in the video where I built the other version of it, and why I was a little bit just too lazy to get basically all the raids done for the other version then again as well, after realizing that I went for the wrong raid the entire time. Good job, me. But, yeah. As you will see here, we won't have the Urshifu against us. This is going to be alright. We're going to be able to go ahead and use a shield here now. This is going to be the Palkia coming in, and we can go into our Metagross. While we have resisted damage, they have resisted damage as well. So, like, it is totally okay. We are going to be able to just go ahead and go for the Media Mesh. This is going to get the shield from the opponent, and we're going to try to go ahead and just let the move go here. This is going to be the Aqua Tail. We're going to try to go for another one, but they're going to be able to outspeed us. Well played there. But our only win con now is to go into our Rhyperior, try to get like a bit of energy, and then try to catch the move onto our own Palkia. Because I know that they're going to outspeed me. I'm not going to be able to knock them out in time. So I wait out here for 1 turn, swap out, catch the move, and that is absolutely amazing because it works out perfectly here. And they are gonna be now in range where I can farm them down. I still have, of course, the Rock Wrecker for the Ho-Oh, and we will be able to win this final battle here, thanks to how we played this, how we caught the move there. If we didn't catch the move, we would have lost this already. They actually get the free fast move in here, which they should have not been able to do, but I lagged a turn. It doesn't matter. One move is going to one-shot them, and that's going to be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, I don't think that Metagross is going to be top meta for this specific meta here. I don't think for the Master League, generally speaking, this Pokemon is going to have a lot of play until it gets a cheaper charge move. That's the one main weakness of this Pokemon, as if it gets Psychic Fangs, this Pokemon would be really, really cool. But right now, not the best. Hopefully you still enjoyed it. If you did, feel free to leave a like, and I will see you then. Bye-bye.